Hey there, welcome back to Move Mountains Pilates. My name is Jess, and today I am in one of the most beautiful places in the whole world, in my opinion. We're in Canmore, Alberta at the Three Sisters Viewpoint, and I have a glute workout for you. 20 minutes, no props needed, just you and your body. And before we start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I'm going to be filming mountain content all throughout the summer and you don't want to miss out. Let's get to it. Start kneeling, facing the side. On your knees here, squeeze your glutes, grow tall, core engages, and reach your arms forwards. Now, without moving, I want you to press your arms further forwards, maybe flex your fingers to the sky, and also feel like you're gonna reach back without actually doing so. Find some strength to stay stable. Notice how much you're working. And then let's turn palms in, squat your bum down and back, reach your arms forwards, and then press back up. Inhale, hinge, reach the arms. Exhale, press up. Arms overhead as far as you can without reaching your ribs up. Keep those ribs drawn in and down. So it's just like you're doing squats here, except from your knees. And if knees doesn't feel good, feel free to maybe either roll up your mat so you have extra cushion underneath your knees, or just do it standing. Regular squats is an option too. You're taking it pretty slow. Let's pause for just a second at the bottom each time before you press up. Just a second, and then press. And I want you to imagine here like you're moving through honey, something nice and sticky. You have extra resistance to work through. And you'll notice I'm having palms face in as I go down, but as I lift, I have palms down, like I'm pressing the air deeper into the ground. Like I have even more resistance to work against as I press my hips forwards and up. And you might feel your glutes deeper by imagining like that, by imagining like there is honey there. Are you working equally between both glutes? Feel that squeeze happening right at the bottom before you lift. Feel the glutes contract like they're grabbing the sitting bones, and then press your way up. Inhale, hinge, reach. Exhale, press up. You gotta look around in case there's bears around. I do have my bear spray with me. Don't worry. Are you feeling the heat? I sure am. Let's keep going for another 5. Maybe give your glutes a nice little squeeze at the top. Last 2. And then hold it halfway down, arms are above your head. Little tiny pulses, and they're controlled. You're not just bouncing, you're squeezing and releasing the bum cheek. Squeeze, release. Like your glutes are about to pick your tail off the floor, but they are not going very far. Do you feel that? I feel that. I love when the burn is just so deep in there, so subtle, but so deep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press yourself up. Good. Now let's go halfway down, back up. So just a little hinge, squeeze the glutes. You could keep arms above your head, that will provide you with more resistance, or if shoulders are tired, hands could go behind the head. Keep your spine straight the whole time. Watch that you're not folding to go down. Instead, keep your chest reaching forwards. You might choose to keep your eye gaze straight out at the wall ahead, just to ensure that you don't fold. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go all the way down. Try to touch your heels if you can. I can't quite with the spine straight, but that's okay. Halfway up and back down. And if that doesn't feel great on your knees, stay with the higher option. Whatever height does feel good. So it's like a large pulse you're doing here. A little different than those tiny little ones we did. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now I want you to hold it at that mid-height. Twist side to side. Keeping hands behind the head for these. Press your head back into your hands a little. Make sure you're not letting your hands press you forwards. Keep that spine long. Glutes stay tight, supporting you the whole time. Notice if hips are moving around, try to prevent that from happening. You've got this, just 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, try to finish evenly, and then release, relax. Great job. Okay, now we're gonna head onto hands and knees for some 4-point kneeling work. Spread your fingers nice and wide, and I think I'll start with my right leg here. Flex the ankle, donkey kicks. Raise that foot up and control it down. Pause at the top each time so you give your glute a nice little squeeze. Keeping that length through your spine. Core connected. You're only going as high as you can keep that integrity stable through your core. The other glute will be working here too to keep you stable. 4, 3, 2, hold it up, little pulses. 10, 9, raise the roof with that foot. Or raise the clouds if you're outside like I am. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now point your toe. Bring your knee behind the other one. Lift up, open to the side, and draw it back in. So you're kind of making a half rainbow circle, semicircle, whatever you want to call it. You open the knee, tap behind you. Lift the knee, close back by your side. Open, tap behind. Open out, tap in. And while you do this, you'll notice shoulders want to shift side to side. Squeeze the core through center and do your best to keep your hips nice and steady there through center. Just another 4 of these. 3, 2, and last one, pause with the knee crossed behind you. Pulse there. Keep the inner thighs kind of squeezing together. Lift up as high as you can while keeping that leg crossed over your midline. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So good. Now put your left hip down on the floor, left elbow on the floor. Clamshells here. You're propped up. Slide your shoulder away from your ear. Lift the bottom rib. Keep that top hip really sturdy. You might put your top hand on it. You could glance down, make sure that your feet are in line with your hips. And as you open, the hips stay stacked. And then try to keep your eye gaze forwards because that's better for alignment. Reset your shoulder. It's going to be a constant reminder of your shoulder there. Giving the glute a good squeeze at the top every single time. 5 more of these ones, just like this. And then we're gonna add in some extra hip mobility. Let's pause with the knee open. Then bring your foot to the sky as you tap your knee down, medial rotation. Open the knee, tap the toe, close the knee, foot is in the air. Keep going back and forth. Get that motion down without sinking in your shoulder. Reset that shoulder. Reach out of your top hip. It's okay if your range of motion is not very big. Swat the flies away. And then, maybe if you can coordinate it, you'll add in your top arm. Now for this, pause in your clam, the knees open. Reach your arm down towards the floor. And now as your foot goes in there and your knee taps down, I want you to lift the arm. And then lower. So it's kind of like your fingers direct your toe where it's going. Spinning within the hip socket. And then imagine like you're moving through honey here again. Press the floor away with that hand and then reach up to the sky. Find some extra resistance in your top arm that you're dragging in and out of. Same with the leg, of course. But I find when you add in that arm resistance, it's easier to get a full range of motion happening at your hip. Sorry, I'm paranoid. I'm looking around, making sure I really am alone here. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Now let's get that top leg long. Sweep forwards, sweep back. Fight to hold the top leg up at hip height. You've got this. And again, you gotta lift those bottom ribs. And if that shoulder's getting tired, just go down and support your head on the bottom arm instead. That's perfectly fine to do. Maybe you point your toes, you reach forwards, flex the ankles, you drag your foot back. Only 5 more of these. I know, 5 feels like a lot, but we can do this, we're strong. 3, 2, and last one here. Rest that leg down, tuck your bottom foot back a little towards you so your shin is more parallel towards you, or perpendicular, I suppose. Then reach your top arm long. Let's actually maybe go up onto your bottom hand if your wrist is okay with that. And then as you lift up, I want you to lift your top leg as well. And then tap your hips down as you lower your leg. Exhale, reach up, open the hips. Inhale, close as you lower, release. Exhale, work everything lift. Kind of arching your body here like a rainbow. You're scooping the bottom ribs in and over, reaching with that top arm. And just going as low down as feels good in that shoulder. You're not sinking, you're not losing your connection, but instead you're supporting yourself. We have 3 more. That's it. 2. Can you do a bonus challenge? Hold it up, just reach to the sky, tiny circles of your top leg. You could also do this with your hip on the floor. I know it burns. 3, 2, 1, reverse. 3, 2, 1. Lower back down, cross that ankle over the bottom knee. Sit tall and hug that knee towards you, taking it into a glute stretch. Grow taller, hug tighter. And then we have the other side. I'll face the other way so that I can see you once I go onto my side. We're starting on the hands and knees. So, fingers spread wide, push the floor away, connect your core, and then it's that left heel driving up and hinging down. Flex the ankles so that you can raise the roof. If your foot was against the ceiling, it would be flat against the ceiling. You wouldn't be doing a tiptoe. And by driving through the heel, you get more glute connection. You're doing fantastic. You got through the first side already. You can definitely get through this side. 3. Pausing for that second at the top each time to feel the glute squeeze. And this last time, hold it up, little pulse. Connect the core in deeper, ribs drawn in and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toe, bring your knee behind the other. Then rainbow it open to the side, close it in, open out, tap the knee behind. Lift up, tap the knee in. Make a pretty big range of motion. Hips stay as still as possible, but it is okay for them to move around. Prioritize a big range. Just try to keep your rib cage still. Try to avoid the weight shift from hand to hand. You've got this. Let's go 4, 3. Yep, it's both sides of that rainbow we're counting. 2. 1 more out and in. And then it's that medial crossover pulse. Toe points up, you pulse. pulse. Keep the knee crossed over. If you had a laser beam sticking out of your knee, you want it to the right side of your shin on the outside. You don't want that laser beam pointing down at your shin. You want it crossed over tight. 5. Think about squeezing your thighs together to get it there. 2, 1. Onto your bottom hip, onto your bottom elbow. Then it's the clamshells. Lift up and out of that shoulder. Open and close the top knee. Reach long out of your top hip to help keep your length lifted away from that bottom shoulder. And again, you do have the option to lay down flat, supporting your head with the bottom arm. You could also just try looking down at the bottom elbow. Sometimes that helps with the neck. Or hook the top hand over the side of your head for neck support. If your hand is free, put it on your hip. Use that as guidance. Keep that top hip rocked forwards. Give the glute a good squeeze at the top each time. And then let's go medial, lateral. Tap the knee down, the foot angles up. Tap the toe down, the knee angles up. Back and forth. Just spinning the thigh bone within that socket to its fullest range of motion in each direction. And lift up on a rib again. It's gonna constantly wanna slouch down. You have to constantly remind yourself to stay lifted. And then if your brain can handle the coordination, pause with the knee open into your clam, reach your arm forwards and down, and then let your foot go up, the arm also goes up. Toe goes down, arm goes down. Toe goes up, arm lifts up. Remember, the fingers and the toes point in the same direction. And then add that resistance with that top arm. The air is really heavy and murky. You gotta move and drag it in and out of. Slicing that air. Oh, my bottom glute's burning from the other side. That's okay. That's what we want. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now reach your top leg long, side kick, reach forward, sweep back. Lift out of that bottom waist, set the shoulder. Maybe top arm to the sky, maybe hand on your hip, wherever you feel stable. Make sure your spine stays stable too. You're only kicking so far forwards that your tail doesn't tuck, right? I'd rather you be at a half range with really awesome form and core strength than for you to be kicking too far and losing that core connectivity, core connection. Connectivity. I think that's a word, but I do tend to make up words while I teach, so it might very well not be a word. Try another 3, 2, last one. And then we have those rainbow things. Ideally up onto your bottom hand. Reach the top arm long, and then as you lift your top leg too. Tap the toe, tap your hip, lift everything back up. As you lift up, you shift away, you push away from the bottom hand, and you put more weight onto your bottom knee. That might make it a little easier on the wrists, not so easy on the glutes. But that's what we're here for anyways, right? A glute burn. Don't be scared of the glute burn. That's what you wanted. This is what you asked for. You signed up for this. 2 more. Just kidding, no one asked me for this. But you know you like it. Hold it up, tiny circles. 3, 2, 1, reverse. 3, 2, 1, lower down. Cross that ankle over the knee, sit tall, twist towards it. You could always rock around a little bit. Just take in the view, whether you're looking at me on camera or maybe you're outside doing this too. How gorgeous is this? We're so lucky to have this in Canada. Like, it's amazing. If you haven't been, you must. One more breath. Awesome. Okay, let's now just finish off standing. Oh, my feet are so dirty. It's okay. Okay, Finishing with squats, standing this time. Feet are a little wider than hips. Reach your arms forwards as you go down. Exhale, press up. Now, instead of going up all the way, let's stop a little bit hinged forwards with your knees slightly bent still, and then go back down. That way you're keeping more tension on your glutes, right? Feel how they don't lose that connection. It's better than giving yourself a big press forwards and a squeeze forwards at the top. That's taking away the tension on your glutes. You want to keep it. And then just like when you were on your knees, I want you to drive your arms down. The air is heavy. It's work to slice the arms down and up into that air. The press down helps you to lift up. The press up helps you to go down with control. Find the same connection you did when you were on your knees. 5, 4, 3, last 2. And you know there's more on this last one, right? Pause down there, arms above your head, you're hinged, and you pulse. Squeeze your glutes like they're a hammock supporting your bum from underneath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. We'll call it a day there. I think that was enough on the glutes. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I'm gonna be working out all over the mountains this summer, filming content for you guys, and you don't wanna miss out. I'm out of breath after all that. Enjoy the rest of your night, the rest of your day, whatever time it is for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.